Misogyny from pupils towards teachers is becoming a common issue in Scotland's classrooms. That's according to the teaching union, the EIS. It follows news this week that teachers in Moray have been the subject of more than 500 attacks so far this year, with some pupils using weapons. Nicola McCally has more.
Teachers' strikes could be on the cards again this year after voting opened at the EIS conference. The biggest teachers' union says increasing workloads are pushing some to leave the profession. But there's also concern inside the classroom. Union leaders say many teachers are regularly subject to misogyny from pupils.
We believe that the influence of social media on young people, and boys particularly, is one of the key influencing factors here. And it's very, very difficult for teachers, being one amongst 33 young people in a classroom, to respond to all of that. But it really is urgent that we do that because 80% of teachers in Scotland are women.
But we have to have consequences, and that has to be inclusive and supportive. It's not always about inclusion, but that requires huge amounts of funding so that alternative provision can be provided to help those young people with their learning, and that includes learning about their behaviour and the effect it has, so that they don't grow up to be adults who then inflict violence on women.
Earlier this week, Freedom of Information figures released by the Scottish Conservatives revealed there had been 503 attacks against school staff by a pupil so far this year in Moray. Last year there were 1,142 violent incidents towards staff, and in 2023 it was 1,275. There were also recorded incidents of weapons being used in schools: knives, claw hammers, knuckle dusters and baseball bats. Teaching leaders say the pupils involved are a minority, but the behaviour comes down to a lack of respect.
They challenge authority. That small minority challenge authority. They have no respect. And it's difficult sometimes because we try to work with the families and we try to work with the parents, but often the attitude of the parents is the same as the attitude we're getting from the children. Where do we go?
The Scottish Government says that violence or abusive behaviour in schools is completely unacceptable, and it's providing support and direction at a national level. But the EIS say more women will leave the profession unless something changes quickly. Nicola McCally, STV News.